Welcome everybody to Deb's Thing. This is Debbie. Today I'm going to show you my design Simplex, and it is in my part 1 of my tutorial of my introduction to my original designs as 2U. That's its reference number, and that's mostly for my own benefit, but it helps me keep track of, kind of the lineage of my designs. At first, I had placed this as the front of the design, or the correct side, and it looks nice, and I know it looks similar to, I'm sure, a very basic design, except that I loaded the bands a little differently, so the looping made it, it's kind of a scallop on the side instead of a straight, border line. But when I turned it over, I thought this is much more interesting. I think that is so cool looking with the line up the front like that, and it's very neat, and it gives the other colors a very interesting pattern. When it's looped perfectly, you can see the green there, the neon green around the maroon. Really cool. Now I just tried it in this color scheme, and while it looks nice, it is hard. A nice contrasting color, a solid contrasting color, I think makes a better look for this side of the design. And it only takes 2 bars, so it's a quick and simple design. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using the ocean colors, a special edition online from rainbowloom.com. I'll be using, all the colors. The white's going to be the border, and instead of having the alternating colors, I'm going to use all 3 of the blues. So you've got a medium, a light, and a dark blue, which, you can totally see the difference there, but in just regular lighting, it's very tricky. It was very tricky to separate them out. I had to find the perfect lighting that would, show the contrast, because on the side, they look so similar. So let's get to going. Okay. Already messing up where my darks and medium colors go. So we are going to start by placing border color here, and that will be our first extension band. And we are going to start making X's. So if you want to make the same X's all the way up, and do it in the same order, left to right or right to left. And if you follow the way I do it, then it'll be easier to follow my looping back sequence. And so I do the left side, and then I go from the right to the left, and now I'm going to do the dark band, which would be interesting to see if there's even a difference in color when we pull it off the loom. So you're going to do that all the way up. It shouldn't take too long, just simple X's with whatever colors you so desire. Alrighty, I don't get this color series. It looks like, they put 3 blues in some cases, like right here, and I did catch my mistake there. I had 2 different, the medium color underneath there. But it's really, really hard to tell which ones are a shade darker than the medium shade. In fact, if you look at the darker ones at some angles with the light reflecting on, they look the same color as the medium. Anyways, before my daughter starts the blender going to make me a smoothie, which she gets allowance for, it helps me with my strength, we're now going to place the A color up each side. So you go ahead and do that. And I'm going to turn the camera off. You're going to do it all the way to the very last pins. And I'm going to turn the camera off and work on it And hopefully she'll stop gabbing with her friend. She's so excited because I'm going to take her over there in a few minutes, and she hasn't seen her all summer yet. So, be back in a second with the wonders of digital media. Now that we have all the bands placed, we need to cap this half, these two, and I'm hoping this won't give me too much trouble. There's not a lot of stretching, but anyways, this is how I'm placing this on. Sorry, it's at the edge of the screen, but I don't have a whole lot of camera to work on this little table. I'm going to work on the edge of it. It's just, I have a very small house, and it's very difficult to put things anywhere. And so I'm trying to do the best I can here. So now we turn it around, and this is where I think I take you know, what was a well, not quite a standard. It's got the X's and the bands going up the line, but at the sides, but I put these second. And I'm going to do it a little differently here. Is we're going to do the crisscross ones first. Now this was the one on top, so I'm going to be reaching down and pulling that one. You know what? It's really weird, but hearing my voice in the background, I think I might accidentally have one of my, I do. Okay, I was busy doing something, so I didn't hear that. Okay, now you're going to reach down. I'm sorry for the distractions. And you're going to crisscross the bands underneath. Then you're going to take the A bands and just go straight up. So we're going to reach under here, grab the blue, reach under here, grab the blue, and of course we are going to put that back because we need to. And that you can always remedy by kind of holding your finger down on that if they want to jump off the pin. And we are going to find that white band right there. And you have to pull the blue band back a little bit to grab this white. Boy, these are tight. I haven't worked with these before. It really, I mean, you really can go put that back, but you really don't have to since that's all done. Okay, so I'll do a couple more. Only one band down here, besides only one colored band. So we're going to reach and stretch. Carefully pull these out. These do not have the stretchability, so be really careful if you've chosen to follow me with the same color. The white is much more forgiving because it does have as much demanded on it. But blues. This is, let's see what the difference here, if we can even tell. I mean, you can barely tell the two colors there between the medium here and the dark here. So, well, where it looks, you know, that has to be. So anyhow, that's what you're going to do. And as you can see, the white here, that's what's going to make that strip up the back side. So reach under and do the crisscross first, and then do each white, and then go on to the next segment, and do that all the way up to the end here. Alrighty, we're almost ready for the big reveal. Although it's a little reveal since it's a small bracelet. Oh, if you guys are wondering what this is just a design I'm playing around with. See, where the other piece? Oh, here's another version of it. I'm not this. jury's not in yet on whether I like it as a design or it's just too mishmashy. It's actually a variation of this one, which I will be doing a video on someday. I really like how this came out. I love this color scheme. But anyways, back to business. I just haven't clipped this yet, and I don't want it to fall apart, so it's waiting as a little flag. You're going to reach in here and grab this end. Doesn't want to come out. There it is. This end of our first extension, and then the other end. Or these things. Sorry, I'm going to have to be a little wiggly here, but they are very sticky against the plastic loom. Okay, so I'm going to very delicately, very carefully pull my bands through here so I can make my extension. And as you see, I have my hook facing downward, and sorry, but my loom is almost off. Let's see. Put that again. It's almost off the table. I'm holding it down with my elbow. Let's see. Try this. I gotta go get me a piece of that, you know, that rubbery stuff with the dots in it that you use for closet lining. I think I need a piece of that here to keep my loom from moving about. Just like it's sliding, it's falling off the edge. It's not easy here. Okay. Alrighty. So now we are going to attempt to put the clip on that. I'm going to try to do it without stretching it. I don't think I can. This is my compensation here. Oh no! Hold on, everybody. I'm so sorry. My large size clip just popped away, and I don't know where in my mess it is. So let's try it again. Thank you for being patient with me. Hold it upright, it'll go a little easier. There we go. I'm not used to using these bigger ones with the thicker bands. Now hopefully I'm going to be able to pull this off, because I think the design will, you know, be more even as opposed to just loosening it from one side and then the other. So I'm gonna, oh yeah, it's coming right off. No problem. Oh, you know what? I just love blue and white. Back at my room, you can't really see it. It's all blue and white. Kind of a grayed down version of this. Call it the lightest one. Kind of a silvery gray blue. And then all my cabinets and accents in white. And I've got seahorses and coral all in the teals and sea greens and stuff. So I like this one's just because of the color factor, and you can barely tell the difference between, I mean, this one and this one's definitely different. This one almost looks like the same. This one you can tell is darker than this one. But let's see the other side. Am I going to be thrilled and pleased? Oh yeah. Well, you know, it's stretching out a little, and that's because of the thick bands. But if you really like this design, I guess we're going to have to stick with the opaques so that the two sides. I am so sorry, everyone. I have got to cut back on the rambling because I was just babbling on and didn't even realize my card was full. So let's get down to business and finish the extension. And I do the second half of my extension as most people do. And there have been requests to be able to make a full bracelet, how make a full bracelet, and I'm assuming they mean other than doubling the length of your loom. I've seen some people, they do one loom full and then they take it off and fill up another loom or partial, part of a loom, and then somehow attach. They figure out which layers, where the end bands go and stuff. And I'm so sorry, but if somebody wants to help me do that and do like a continued here and untake my bracelet from where it finished, and show the extension, how to make it longer by transferring it. I'd appreciate, I wouldn't mind learning how to do that myself, but yeah, I have to sit down and figure it out. I've got too much going on already, and my plate is fairly full. Shoot. I rearranged it, found a better placement for my camera, so I thought I moved it a little bit. But I'm still cramped on the edge of the table. So anyhow, we are going to look for our for our clips opening, and stretch out these bands. So you have to do it a little more for these thicker ones. And here you have Simplex. I think it's really cute. You know what? I think I had shown you it before, and I had to go take my daughter, and I kind of soaked my hands in water to try to change their color a little bit. And finish my yummy smoothie full of nutrition, and it's closing up a little, so it's not quite the line like the purple. It's coming a little bit, it's closing up a little bit, but I really like the 3 tones of blue with the bright white scallops. I think that's really cute. I like the odd colors of this one, and here's my original design, which I was just experimenting with colors. It's an okay color combination, but I'm not crazy about it. Oh, here comes my message again. I'm going to have to tend to that. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this design, let me know. Share it with your friends if you like, and of course, if you want to see more of my designs, please be sure to subscribe. And you can always find me on Instagram at Deb's Thing, no apostrophe S of course, just Deb's Thing, or #Deb's Thing. Thank you so very much for watching.